It's certainly an honor and a privilege. I think this is a remarkable panel. I think you guys are going to really enjoy this conversation. And with that, let me give you guys some context. Some videos have gone around. Some of them are skits, but some of them seem to be rather serious about the differences between men and women's perspective of their professions. And specifically, what we're talking about is how some of the videos depict women not being interested in a man who's working behind a cash register, working at perhaps not a minimum wage job, but something above minimum wage. But maybe he's not C-suite. Maybe he's not an executive. Maybe he's not white collar. And we're seeing more and more how this concept of going after the bag and this, what have you done for me? What do you bring to the table? And you guys know I've talked about that extensively, about the table and how that's perverted some of our perspectives. And it seems that this is turning people away from individuals who are maybe not at a very high income level. Your six-figure people, maybe they're high five figures. Maybe you're making 75 or 80,000, but because it's not 150,000, there's people who are writing you off, right? And that's what this conversation is about. And I wanted to bring all the perspectives because we have different ages, different experiences, and of course, we have a different take on life in general. So again, guys, thank you so much for being here. And let's jump right into the conversation. So ladies first, the video we put in our little chat beforehand, you see the young lady who's like, I'm not interested. The guy's working behind the cash register and he's trying to get her number. She's like, oh, I'm not interested. And they go into this whole diatribe about who, he has a job, she doesn't have a job. And, even though his job's not great, he's still working. And it's interesting to see the dynamic between the two. So let me get your all's perspective on this culture and this particular atmosphere where some people, and we won't make this about gender, we'll just say people in general, right? That some people seem to not have interest in people who are working that honest job.
I'll hop in. So thank you, Langley, for having me. I would say that my perspective is a little different. For me, my opinion is any legal job is an honorable job and it should be respected. And so I've not heard of this trend that people who have 9-to-5s are unattractive. I've not lived my life that way. I think for me, especially being at the age that I am at, it's more important for me when I'm looking for a mate that they have a retirement plan, that there's stability, and that they can take care of themselves and they're not necessarily looking for me to take care of them. I'm not necessarily looking for someone with potential. I'm looking for someone who is already potential, if that makes sense.
Yeah.